Again, I would like to direct your attention to the screen.
Edwin Landon has fostered excellence in packaging throughout his career as a magazine sales rep, a publisher, and the executive director of the Institute of Packaging Professionals. When the 1983 Tylenol tampering incident challenged the packaging community on a range of issues, Landon responded with the tamper-evident packaging supplement, detailing 7 technologies for addressing tamper-evident concerns for Packaging Engineering magazine. 10 years later, Landon created an independent publishing company, which revived the defunct Food and Drug Packaging magazine and launched the first packaging industry website. The site gave online exposure and experience to more than 100 companies in a time when online marketing was not the norm. Landon and his team also launched Brand Packaging in 1997, which focused on packaging as a marketing tool, and Flexible Packaging in 1999. The only magazine to focus on this segment of the packaging converting market. They sold independent publishing company in 2000. And in 2001, Landon launched management company Landon Ferry and Associates with partner Pat Ferry. And Landon took the role of executive director of IoPP at a time when the organization faced dwindling membership, financial deficit, disconnects with the chapters, and little educational program. 10 years later, IoPP's membership has grown from 3,000 to 5,000 individual members. Finances are strong and positive. Education programs are robust. IoPP has a packaging education scholarship fund, student award programs, and benefactor and corporate sponsored programs. Called one of the forward leading thinkers in packaging, stepped down from his IoPP post in 2009, but continues as a principal in Landon Ferry and Associates, where he mentors his team as they drive forward the interests of packaging as a strategic tool. On behalf of the packaging community, thank you for your contributions, and we congratulate you on your induction to the Packaging Hall of Fame.
Please join me in inviting him to the stage.
Good evening. I've been nervous all day long, honest to God. I have no problem talking, I have no problem making sales calls, and talking about yourself is the most uncomfortable thing I can think of. First of all, thank you very, very much, Jeff, and thank you to the Commission for this honor. I'm really pleased to be involved and inducted with Bob, with Bill, with Michael. And Bob and I go back a bit, but we both live in St. Charles. We used to kind of meet at Corfu Restaurant and talk business once in a while, umpteen years ago, so that's kind of fun. And Bill Zeno used to see him up in, with Augie Ray up in Wisconsin. We're talking about tamper evident after the Tylenol scare, and they were doing it there. Michael, congratulations. I want to thank my family for being here. That was the moment. My wife Bettine, my daughter Vicki, her husband Mark, my daughter Kim, my son Jeff, and my phone is ringing. I can't believe it. Only what happened upstairs. I was asking her where my phone was before, now I just found it. Okay. My daughter Julianne, my husband Pat Farley, my partner, and Reagan, who's joined us tonight too. So thank you for my family. The Elephant A-Team is, everybody's here tonight, and I'm sure with voluntary. Pat didn't make them come. He did buy a table to make sure that they all had tickets, but somehow they all showed up, so that's really nice. So thank you to my family, thank you to the Landon Farley team, and a special thank you to the IoPP folks who are here. There's a whole bunch of the board members and IoPP members who are coming here tonight to celebrate. And a whole bunch of this award is all about them. So, okay. See, I remember some notes. Bob mentioned the fact of the educational stuff that PMMI does, so congratulations to Chuck and his team. They do a great job with the students, how they get the students here, how they participate in PackExpo. That's absolutely outstanding. And we can't say enough about what they do for the universities and how they help that program. So that is just a congratulations to them. I was told not to mention names, because when I started mentioning names, I forget people. Well, I'm going to break the rule. Pat told me don't mention any names. I'm going to do it anyway. Okay? One of the photos you saw up there was a photo of myself, Greg Anastas, and Lisa Pierce, and that was when we were starting the new food drug packaging. Now, the reason there was a new food drug packaging was a guy named John Johnston, who happens to be a Hall of Famer, that suggested he and I should talk someday, and I've been looking at buying the assets of a food drug. And John kind of made sure that happened. So a special thank you to John. Thank you, John. Lisa Pierce, I got a story about her. I was working for Connors and quit to try this new venture of getting the food drug work. Lisa had started off as my secretary years ago, and then had gone into the editorial section of, at that time, Package Engineering Days, and had gone up to be the news editor. And when I started Food and Drug, I had no idea how to do it. I had to have an editor. So the only person I asked was Lisa Pierce. Lisa had a regular, steady job, and had the guts to quit and roll the dice and hope we make it. So a real special thank you to Lisa. IoPP. We started an independent publishing company. You saw the magazines that were up there, and somebody came around in 2001 to buy us, and they did. And so for a couple of years, Pat and I were kind of running the business. And one day, we went and saw a committee of IoPP folks who were looking for a new executive director and management team. And Pat and I, on the way there, kind of looked at each other and said, what we're doing is not a lot of fun. Why don't we start a new company? So we kind of agreed. And we get in front of the committee, and they thought it was a good idea, so they went to the board. And I'm sure with a little bit of soul searching, the board made the decision to hire Pat and I to start the company. So within 3 weeks, we had done that. And you saw another picture up there, too, of the smallest group of people. And those were our first hires. And Bobby Paul, who retired as CFO for the old company, we got him out of retirement, thank God. And we hired Kelly, Carol, and Barbara. And once they came on board, they said, well, what's our job to be? And Pat and I looked at them and said, we don't have a clue. We've never done this before. So to give them the dues, they had the courage to come in and create the job and make it happen with their creativity and dedication. And we didn't do that. They did that. The other picture you saw up there was the staff of today. There were a couple more people added. That picture was taken. But the staff that works on behalf of IoPP is absolutely outstanding. And if I have a talent, the talent I have is to have good people around me who are dedicated, creative, and they do what they do that makes me look not too bad. And it's the team that really makes that happen. So I'm really proud of that team. The IoPP folks that we've dealt with have been absolutely unbelievable. The boards we've had to work with, the members we work with, educational opportunities. IoPP is your organization of individual memberships in this community. That's it. So, I'll tell one last story. Another picture up there, Bruce Holmgren was an editor of Package Engineering. He was a Hall of Famer back in like 97, I think. If you go to Michigan State, there's a whole wall dedicated to Bruce. Just a real mentor for me. And he got ready to retire. It was after Connors had been sold to Reed. And so all these guys come in from Boston to celebrate his retirement. But they don't know Bruce. They don't know Bruce at all. So they give him all the platitudes, what have you. So Bruce stands up when it's his turn. He looks at them, looks at the crowd. He says, enough about me. Let's talk about the future of packaging. So my commercial is that if you go to the floor of McCormick Place and PackExpo, which is the best trade show in the business, the future of packaging is right there. And the people who are probably going to make it happen are more than likely to be IoPP members. So if you're not a member of IoPP, please consider doing so. and your coworkers and your management and contribute to the educational needs and the opportunities to create the future of packaging. So thank you very much for your work.
Thank you, and appreciate your thoughts. And for not talking about yourself, you talked about all the people around you, and that was very heartwarming. Thanks again, Ed. Our next inductee this evening is